Hello and welcome to What's That Behind You. Today we're going to be doing a brand new top 5 video. UFO is a term used for any unidentified flying object, but the vast majority of people use this term to describe creatures from another planet visiting us, whether that be the strange folk over on the History Channel show Ancient Aliens, or normal people like you or me sighting ET. In this video, we won't be discussing the validity of these claims. That comes in a video later this week, where we'll be discussing and possibly debunking the idea of alien life forms visiting our planet. This will be a short top 5, giving you an idea of where your best chance to see one of these incredible sights. Today's video is about possibly the most active areas across the UK. From sightings to actual photographic evidence, what do you think of this idea of our otherworldly neighbours visiting us? Number 1. Liverpool. Liverpool is the UK's top alien sightings hotspot. Police in Merseyside have had 13 calls regarding UFO sightings since 2013, more than anywhere else in the UK. While the alien group Mutual UFO Network claimed that they have received 17 reports of UFOs being seen across Liverpool in 2016. In 2015, a Ryanair flight delayed landing due to the sighting of a UFO over the River Mersey. 3 crystal clear UFOs were spotted over St Helens on one Sunday morning. Eddie Dean claimed to have seen 3 UFOs over St Helens on what he calls an interesting Sunday morning. Eddie, 50 years old, told The Echo, "It was a beautiful blue sky, and I looked up and saw all the planes up there. I thought it was absolutely lovely to see so many planes in the sky after all these lockdowns. I looked at one particular plane, and just as it were turning, I looked up and it was just sat there. There was a plane flying over at high level, which you would have guessed is in excess of 30,000 feet, and this was much higher. Then there were 2 up there. The next minute, they faded away. They faded away separately, and then they came back. Then Eddie said to his wife to bring the phone so he could get a video. I didn't manage to capture it on video as much as I'd like, but it's crystal clear. It faded in and out," Eddie said. "We didn't realise until we looked at the stills we took from the video, but there was actually a 3rd one, so it formed a perfect triangle shape." After sharing what they saw, Eddie and his wife Vicky were contacted by a UFO investigator who confirmed to them that it was a legitimate UFO sighting. The investigator told Eddie they had checked with airport and the military before confirming the authenticity of this sighting. Eddie added the UFOs looked metallic. He continued, "You could clearly see a metallic look. You could see that there was a shadow on one side because the sun was hitting." Number 2. Bracknell. Is this photo proof of alien visitors? In a snap that looks straight out of sci-fi series The X-Files, 2 glowing discs hover above a town moments before speeding out of view. Steve Lambert quickly used his phone to capture the UFO, and now wonders if his close encounter was the real deal. The 42-year-old from Basingstoke had been enjoying the warm evening outside the Running Horse pub in the town when he saw a jaw-dropping spectacle. He said they were heading southwest at speed towards Basingstoke, quicker than any normal aircraft. They were there for less than 5 seconds. An expert who once catalogued UFO sightings for the Ministry of Defence has declared the photo is one of the best he's ever seen. Nick Pope, who investigates sightings for the MoD during his 21-year government career, said it was one of the best UFO photos he had seen in a very long while. The shape and colour seemed to rule out things like aircraft lights or Chinese lanterns. It would be interesting to know if anyone else saw this, or if anything unusual was tracked on radar. Steve added, I have seen a lot of funny things in the sky, and I have always practiced trying to take a photo quickly on my mobile phone. I am interested to see if anyone knows what this is. If someone else saw a funny light or a pair of lights, then we know there is something out there. I really want to know what's going on out there. There's probably life," he added. Number 3. Wiltshire. Crop circle formations and UFO sightings have been reported in and around Warminster in western Wiltshire since 1950. Farmers have discovered crop circles on their land, and locals have captured on camera strange lights, flying saucers, and noises. There are also claims of these UFOs killing flocks of pigeons and causing cars to fail. A Wiltshire publican has shared footage of a weird thing he has spotted in the sky several times over 5 years. Publican of the Long Arms, Rob Alcock, claims to have spotted strange spinning circles with a hole straight through the middle. He spotted these on multiple occasions in the sky above South Wraxall. Rob alleges that he shot a video on Monday, December the 6th, capturing an inexplicable, weird thing in the sky at tree level from his parking lot. He described himself to Wiltshire Live as quite well known for being a strange alien spotter, coming across a bit crazy with sightings of this nature. The intriguing publican asks if anyone can explain what he alleges he has spotted in the sky. There were no stars in the sky that night, Rob said, and he claims to have spoken to a drone enthusiast who has assured him that it can't be a drone. Rob has also shared footage of what appears to be the same thing in the sky, allegedly taken in August 2019, his last sighting of the thing. He added, "I've looked at the videos from August 2019, and it's exactly the same as the one I saw yesterday, December the 6th. Number 4. Broadhaven. Alien sightings go as far back as 1970 in this Welsh seaside town. Local school children claim to see a UFO spaceship land, while other locals have claimed to see little silver men and flying saucers. Although some of these claims have been partially debunked, apparently a secret military base is there with training was to account for some of the sightings. People still visit Broadhead throughout the year in the hopes of spotting a UFO, and there are even locally run UFO tours available. A spate of mysterious UFO and alien sightings which gripped the Welsh community 30 years ago may have also finally been explained. A former US Navy sailor claimed the gripping stories of Broadhaven area in Pembrokeshire in the 1970s was caused by an officer in a special fireproof uniform and new RAF jets. The sailor, who served in the area shortly after most of the sightings, says a fellow officer admitted he had been responsible. The clamour around the possibility of little green men visiting Pembrokeshire in the 1970s led to numerous tabloid reports, including one of an entire class of schoolchildren claiming to have seen a UFO landing. Many others reported being petrified by a strange silver alien. If you were a US Navy sailor, would you be going around frightening the locals? Or could this just be a cover-up? It all happened in what became known as the Broadhaven Triangle, and a canny tourist operators even started running UFO sighting weekends. Number 5. Staffordshire. UFOs aren't just aliens. As werewolves, pigmen, black-eyed children, and even Bigfoot himself have reportedly been spotted in the area of Cannock Chase, Staffordshire. There's even a blog dedicated to the sightings at this area of outstanding beauty, and in 2015, several hundred local residents claims to have seen a UFO spaceship hover over the area. However, there has been some more interesting sightings connected to the borough by credible witnesses. In South Staffordshire, pilots flying from Halfpenny Green Airport, known as Bobbington Airport, reportedly seen UFOs during a flight in 2019. One pilot reported being hit by a laser moments before the encounter. In 1988, a prominent UFO sighting occurred over Cannock Chase, which was investigated by the MoD. Multiple witnesses reported seeing objects over this beauty spot. One described seeing two triangle-shaped objects making a faint sound and climbing vertically into the sky. Reports were made to the then Stafford MP Bill Cash, who now serves the Stone Parliament Constitution on the border. The 2009 data shows 11 UFO sightings were made in Shropshire and 3 in Birmingham. The most prominent UFO sighting in Shropshire is known as the Cosford incident, which happened at RAF Cosford in 1993. A large triangle craft was seen by MoD police at the airbase. Nick Pope, who headed the UFO desk at the time, said it was among one of the best cases in the MoD archive, which consisted of 12,000 sightings. So that was a list of the top 5 most active areas here in the UK. If you look down in the description box of this video, you will find a link to the government website with some of the reported sightings. It makes for quite an interesting read. Do you live in any of these areas that we have discussed today? Or even if you haven't, have you had an experience? Please let me know down in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this top 5 video. Keep an eye on the community tab on the channel. I have just put up the new and improved schedule for the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and consider liking this video. It does help. Also share if you have. Don't forget, no matter what you see flying around in the sky, or no matter how many flashing lights are coming from that suspected aeroplane, you don't have to be afraid of what's behind you.